2K has recently released these pictures of concept art that are of the character that you will play in Bioshock 2, which is something they didn't do in Bioshock 1, since you had to search through the game to even find what a little glimmer of what Jack looks like. So, here they are. I'll start with the one that least looks like the guy you end up playing as. And this guy's pretty cool looking. He's sort of like a gigantic hulking mass with a gun on his back. But this guy, kind of wouldn't be a ton of fun to play as, since he'd be insanely slow. Although you do, once again, have a gigantic gun on your back, so that would be a little bit better. This guy's a little bit slimmer, but as you'll notice, it's basically just a bouncer without a drill. And we'll see where that drill's gone to later. But I guess the main reason with this, other than that it's not incredibly creative, is that the bouncer's multiple portholes would kind of be difficult to see out of. I mean, I remember in Bioshock 1 when you became a Big Daddy, you got the rosy one because, it'd be really hard to see out of 8 different portholes. This guy here is basically a rosy with a drill. And there's nothing really wrong with this, except for the fact that it's almost nothing original. Well, I guess he does have little eyes on the side there. But I guess they probably just wanted to do something a little bit more original with this guy. This guy's getting a little bit closer to what it ends up being. You can see he's tiny compared to the other Big Daddies. He's much slimmer, much more maneuverable, much more like a human. He has a spear gun, which is pretty awesome, but his air tank in the back looks a little bit oversized for him, and something just looks weird about his legs to me. I don't know. But, once again, the problem, he has those 2 separated portholes, which would once again make it pretty difficult to see, even though it would look really awesome in, concept like it does. So here's the final product, and this guy looks pretty darn cool. You can see that, like the other one, he's fairly small for a Big Daddy, fairly slim. He has, fairly rudimentary armor, not a lot of, scrap iron to carry around like that first guy did. Everything is in proportion, like his air tanks and his oxygen hoses and all that kind of stuff. He has one porthole to make your HUD very user-friendly, as they say. But the most important thing, I think, is he has his Adam and Eve injectors on the back. And this character is the only Big Daddy ever to utilize plasmids. And since plasmids require both Adam and Eve, it's very important that he has these, and it's pretty cool. You can also see he has his little drill on the side there, which I'm very, very excited about using to bore a hole in some poor fool's face. So, in conclusion, this is a really awesome looking character, and I cannot wait for the game to come out.